also of the local SME chapter, student chapter at our school. We are very proud to have Alexandria here today because she is a byproduct of what we really try to support, and that's opportunity for all people. And as we can add more women to the manufacturing workforce and manufacturing leadership positions, we are very pleased to do so. I introduce to you Alexandria Moseley.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for having me. As Mark said, I'm Alexandria Moseley, and just to check, I'd kind of like to walk around a little bit. Can everyone hear me in the back? Yeah. No? Okay, well, I guess I'll stick to the mic then. So, like I said, I'm Alexandria Moseley. I've been a student member of SME for 3 years, and I've been loving every minute of it. This is my second annual conference I've been to. 2 years ago, I was at the one in Nashville, and had a great time there. Really happy to be back. So I was approached by Kathleen Carter a few months ago to prepare a few words about what I've been up to the past few years and how the Education Foundation has partnered with me the past few years. So I prepared a little presentation. Let's see if it comes up. I prepared a little presentation. I'll start off talking about a little background about myself, and then go into how the Education Foundation has helped me. I'll close with some final remarks, and we'll have a great time. So, begin with my story. So I'm from this strange state on the West Coast called Oregon. Yeah, you notice I pronounce Oregon, for any of you wondering. That's Oregon, it's Oregon. And I spent most of my life in the Willamette Valley. That's me right there. So I've been born and raised in a small town just outside Portland, Oregon, called Newburgh. That's where I've gone through most of my education. So going through school, I really excelled and really enjoyed my math and science classes. So that led me to pursue a degree in engineering. I began looking around at schools in the state. I had different engineering programs, and ended up moving just south to Corvallis, Oregon, where I attend Oregon State University, which everyone knows is the real OSU, right? That was a little dangerous joke, I think. Since my freshman year, I've been studying industrial and manufacturing engineering, and I've been really enjoying the program. So my third year in school, I started a cooperative internship program. I started by moving back home for 6 months and began working at a company called ADEC in my hometown, Newburgh. At ADEC, I was a manufacturing engineering intern and did a lot of lean and process improvement projects, and even got to set up a new production line for new products. I learned a lot of what it's like to work for a company with a top-class quality program, and really enjoyed my time there. At the end of 6 months, I picked up and moved back to Corvallis for a few classes, only to pick up and turn right around and go back home for another internship, this time at Welch Allen in Beaverton, Oregon. Now, Welch Allen is a medical device manufacturer that's headquartered in New York, but they have a satellite campus in Beaverton that specializes in making these vital signs monitors. At Welch Allen, again, I am a manufacturing engineering intern, and I've been working on projects with value stream mapping, 5S, and I'm even working to insource some sub-assemblies for a supplier right now. So that's been a very high-profile project for me, and it's been really enjoying my time there. I would say the most intriguing aspect of working at Welch Allen has been seeing all of the regulations that medical device manufacturers have to go through to deliver products to the customer. So this is currently where I'm at in my career/educational journey. I'll finish up this internship in September, move back to Corvallis, and finish up my last year of school. So if everything goes according to plan, I should get a bachelor's in manufacturing engineering and a bachelor's in industrial engineering when all is said and done. And that will be next June. What happens after that is a little bit of a mystery to me right now. I'm looking into different graduate programs, and I'm prepared to go into industry, but I think I would like to take some time off to volunteer with my church and do some traveling. So that's kind of on the horizons for me right now. And now for the most important part of the presentation. You heard a little bit about me, but I'd like to tell you about the generosity of the SME Education Foundation and how they've impacted my life and my time at school and my time from here on out in my music career. You'll see that their generosity, as it pertains to my life, consists of 4 gifts and 1 new face. The first generous gift came during my sophomore year. Now, I had just begun to be involved in our SME chapter at OSU, and I applied for the first time to the Foundation Scholarship. A word on my sophomore year, it was pretty difficult financially for my family and I to pay for my second year of school. We had a number of hard conversations about how we would pay for the next year, and weren't sure what we were going to do. Until one day, I got a call from one of the sweetest ladies I've ever met, dear Kathleen Carter, and she's been the bearer of less good news over and over in my life. So she called me and told me that I had been awarded a $5,000 director's scholarship from the Education Foundation. The moment that came out in my life, it couldn't have been timed more perfectly. It really spoke to my family and I about the generosity of this organization that I had only been a part of and member of for just a few months. So I'm so grateful for that initial SME reached out to me and decided to help me with my next year education. With this, I began to be more involved with my SME chapter. I was membership chair the next year and applied again and was awarded another scholarship. So for any of you students out there, I know there are a few of you, SME is the gift that keeps on giving, keep on applying, right? So I kind of expected my application to be tossed to the side after receiving such a large money at the door, but they again proved generous a second time in my life. The third occasion was a little different. I was exchanging emails with Kathleen Carter, and she said, "Hey, Alexandria, you should apply for this," and forwarded me an email that said, the subject line was in all capital letters. It said, "Recognition and money." So, okay, that sounds good. So I looked at the application, and what it was an application to a competition called the New Faces of Engineering College Edition. It was a competition put on by the National Engineers Week, and what they did was they asked 15 different engineering professional societies to each handpick one student to represent their society and each respective engineering discipline. And they would be published in different publications and other events. So I applied, not really understanding what the award was, but Kathleen suggested it, so I took her word for it and applied. And what I ended up being contacted and found out that I was a finalist and said, okay, that's great. Until I didn't really know what that meant until I started getting requests for interviews in different articles and press releases started coming out saying that I was one of the top engineering students in the nation. And I didn't know, I was like, oh my goodness, what in the world did I get myself into? So I definitely did enjoy the ride, and while the publicity was great, there was some cash that came along with that too. So like I said, as the gift that keeps on giving, really, really appreciative. This is one of the biggest achievements of my entire career so far, and I really appreciate and honored to have represented us through National Education. So the fourth gift, and the reason why I'm here today, is to receive another director's scholarship from the Education Foundation. Their commitment to students and their commitment to me has proved just so amazing, and it's been such a blessing in my life that it's been hard to put my appreciation into words. But, so I can tell you what all this generosity has resulted in. SME has paid for roughly 2 years of my school. And this contribution will allow me to graduate debt-free next year. On top of all that, the support I've received from SME has allowed me to be involved in a number of extracurricular activities. I'm currently the chair of our SME chapter at Oregon State, and I've been excited to introduce new activities and make new membership in our club. I am also involved in IIE and was just at their national conference last week. I do a lot of outreach for the school. I'm an engineering ambassador. I go into high school classrooms, tell students about what engineering is, and always get on my soapbox for manufacturing and engineering at some point. So it's a must. So in addition, I've also spent some time just exploring. I love to hike, and I've climbed 2 mountains the past year in Oregon, which is a big personal accomplishment for me, and also involved in some ministries at my school. So all this has opened a lot of time that I could have been spending like working part-time jobs, but no, I actually get to do stuff that's value-added. The third benefit result of SME support is then that they make one invested member out of me. Just as the Education Foundation has poured time and money into my life, I look forward and I commit to spending years of my career to support the Education Foundation and SME through time and service and funding future engineers and their education. Lastly, this award goes just beyond me. SME Education Foundation truly is shaping the next generation of manufacturing engineers. I am one of 7 students at Oregon State to receive scholarships from the Education Foundation this year. Many of them are 2- and 3-time scholarship winners too, and there are hundreds of others across the nation that are being impacted by the foundation and their great work. So my call to action to you today is to support the foundation and students like me by giving to the SME Education Foundation. And from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for all your support.
I'm a fundraiser,